all of that will go out the window. So there are the officials. The referee, Nikolai Nairan, is Roshan Baliram and Imelda Crovador, and the fourth official, Charlize Hood. Charlize Hood, the fourth official, the one lady there in the picture. And there is the captains, just exchanging greetings. Caruth from QRC and Williams from Fatima. Let's quickly go through the teams. Bailey, Atherton, skipper. Williams, there's Mason, DeGans, Shaves, Collier, Maingo, Leach, Barrington and Edwards, and the coach Hudson Charles. Let's have a look at the formation, Brent.
Well, Leach and Williams playing the wing back. Jane Williams normally a centre half, having to adjust. Mingo playing in that number 6 position, and the ever busy, ever present Shaves up front, leading goal scorer for Fatima College.
Well, let's quickly go through the QRC lineup. Afan in goal. There's Dolly, King, Lamsey, Aidan, Nelson, Isaac, James, DeBeek, Eve, Franklin. Of course, Eve, the son of national coach Angus Eve, and the coach Kenwin Jones.
Well, Coach Jones will rely heavily on Lamsey to provide the firepower for Nelson and James up front. Afan with steady hands at the back.
So there is the drone, and taking a shot, overhead shot of the QRC team as they go into position. And it's going to be QRC with the touch off, as Fatima goalkeeper, Tristan Edwards. And we're just about getting ready for the start of this game. Lamsey is going to take the kickoff. And we're just awaiting referee Nairan's whistle.
A bit of a false start there.
Yep. So let's go again. So here we go. As it's with Caruth. Nice long ball forward. Bailey gets it back to Williams. Playing it down the line there. The beak is going to allow it to run out of play. Sends the throw in. Looking for Franklin. But this is the beak. Does well. I say QRC looking to go up that left side. But it's won back here by Fatima in the middle of the field. Go back all the way to Williams. Williams playing it into DeGans. DeGans is going further back to Barrington. This is Atherton. Edwards giving it away here. In the midfield looks to be Eve picking it up. So it's going to be a throw, is it? Yes, it is for QRC.
Well, I'm looking at QRC's line of confrontation, Colin, and they seem like they want to press Fatima quite high up the park. In the first encounter in Fatima College ground, between the two teams, they held a deeper line. So already we're seeing a difference in tactical approach.
Well, here is the ball looking to be played forward. Twisting and turning with it there. And going up the left side and trying to get it over. So we look to be Nelson. Nelson just going up that left side. And it's going to be a corner. Lamsey is going to take it. So QRC certainly taking the game early to Fatima. There's Kenwin Jones. Must be happy so far with the start. Oh, did it go in the goal? No. What a good header though. But goalkeeper Edwards, give him credit. He got his hands to it, and with that, he was able to push it up. It came off the bar, and boy, QRC so early could have taken the lead here.
Yeah,
let's have a look at this.
Instinctive save here by Tristan in goal. That's a good header, good contact.
Franklin was the man with the header.
Yeah, and Edwards, give him all the credit.
Yeah.
Because he had to be quick, he had to be sharp. Reflection spot on. That's a good save. Big moment in the game already, Colin.
Already. And this is another header, but this time it's not on target. But what a good corner, what a good header from Franklin. It was a really good header. And give Edwards credit. He was able to get his hands up to it, Brent.
Yeah.
And that saved him.
And that's not easy to do.
Yeah.
Because it's one thing to react quickly. It's another thing to make sure that you can get your hands on it to stop the ball from going in the goal.
That's right.
And that, as early as it may be, could be a match-winning save. Because it's a big save.
It is huge. So Atherton playing the ball back to goalkeeper Edwards. This is Hudson Charles, the Fatima coach. He's enjoyed a lot of success with his team. This is Atherton. Franklin can't control it. Goes to Leach. And couldn't be kept in by James, so it's going to be a throw.
Yeah, it's a good corner. Look at the connection here, Colin. That is a very good header.
He would have seen it late as well, Edward.
Very late, very, very late. Because the header really came from nowhere. You have to give credit to the type of delivery as well. He didn't have to do much. He used the pace of the ball to guide it. It just needed direction, and he gave it good direction.
I tell you, I like the start of QRC.
Yeah, and I mentioned
It
about
started positively.
how high they're confronting Fatima, which means that they're not going to allow Fatima to play. And they've been competing in every instance so far, Queen's Royal College. Of course, Coach Jones talked about raising the intensity, playing with a bit more purpose, and we're seeing that already from Queen's Royal College.
Well, James on the run.
It's well done.
Can't get the better of Atherton, yeah. It's going to be a goal kick for Fatima. So coming up to minute number 5, and it's all been QRC so far.
Yeah, and Fatima had their struggles against Trinity College Mocha.
Yes.
They were plucky, they were well organized, and they just did not allow Fatima the time and space and luxury.
This is Mason.
That's a good run.
Did he keep it in? Yes. Nope. Says the assistant referee. Felt it had gone out of play. So
I think some of the ball went out. I'm not sure
well,
if all.
I didn't want to comment on that, Brent, but it didn't seem to me, but all the ball went out. But we'll give the assistant referee the benefit of the doubt.
Well, I was going to say maybe we could use VAR, but VAR hasn't been that reliable
No,
of late.
no. The long ball forward, looking again for James, but good defending from Leach.
Well, I'm surprised with all the conversation around VAR, Colin, because at the end of the day, there is human element involved in it.
That's right.
It's not fully automated or operated through technology or robot or without man. Once there's human involvement, you're going to have errors. Yeah.
A long ball forward. Yes, I think the biggest one to me for the season was that Liverpool-Spurs game. Couldn't believe when just a lack of communication, proper communication. Because from what I gather and from all the reports, the VAR referee said, check over. What does that mean, check over? Well, here is QRC looking to check one here against Fatima.
It's well defended.
Good defending.
Again. Yeah, he's read it well. He's read his line. He's kept his lines, and he's done well. That's good work by Mason.
Yep, as he's playing that ball towards Williams, the skipper. Gets it towards, is that Shaves? He's a busy little character, isn't he?
That's short. That's a decent idea by Lams. He really is.
James didn't read it. He wasn't on the move.
I don't think it. I think the pass was a bit too straight. Maybe needed a little bit more curl on it. But I'm looking at Lamsey's position. It's sometimes playing further ahead of the two front men.
Williams plays a good ball. Shaves is after it, but out comes the keeper.
That's good work by the goalkeeper.
Excellent.
Didn't give up on it, did he, Shaves?
No, he doesn't give up on anything, does he? Good keeping there by young Afan. Nice crowd building up here. Here's that ball, through ball towards Shaves. And
I don't think he connected with it well, Shaves, and maybe that's why Afan was able to get a touch onto it. As we take a look at the Fatima College bench.
You know, last time we did a game with them, Brent, well, a couple of them was sent off the bench up in Naparima.
And they will hope to keep their whole staff this time.
Well, here is the ball played back towards Atherton. Barrington limping there, I'm not too sure. But the ball played forward. Goes the Gans, he can't keep it in, and it's going to be a throw for QRC. The Beak is going to take it. Gets it into the midfield. This is Lamsey. Getting it to Franklin. This is good from QRC. They really started very, very well. Except Isaac goes all the way back to Afan. He bangs it upfield to no one in particular. And Leach is allowing it to go out.
Well, I made the comment to Coach Hudson Charles as we take a look at the Queen's Royal College bench about how does it feel to be hunted. And he laughed when I said it, but it is a genuine question. Because one of the things in terms of sports, Colin, it's a lot easier to motivate a team to win a tournament, a title. It is a lot more difficult to motivate a team to defend it.
That's right. Well,
that's what makes managers like Pep Guardiola so special. When they to keep teams winning.
This is Mason. Barrington. DeGans. Chipping that ball forward. As again, Fatima now starting to look to create something, but in the end, Collier couldn't get it. And it's sent back upfield to no one in particular. And Barrington is going to control things again. Atherton. Looking for Shaves, who's come across onto this left side, but couldn't get there. It goes out, and it's going to be a throw for QRC. Isaac with the throw. It's about coming up to 10, just over 10 minutes of this game gone. Still no goals. But it's been QRC so far. But Fatima slowly coming back into the game. They're starting to, as they say, find the mojo. As that ball is played out. You have to think that the chance from Franklin, they could have gone 1-0 up. But what a great save from Edwards. Can't say it was a miss from Franklin. I think it was a great save.
Yeah.
He did everything right.
Everything right. As I said, he used and utilized the power of the cross. That's a good ball.
Going to the far post, but DeGans couldn't get there in time, and it's going to be a goal kick.
I think DeGans would have been guilty of being on the heels a bit. If he was on the front foot, he may have been able to get on the end of that. You rightfully said, Colin, Fatima College has weathered the storm and
they're slowly
starting to get back into it.
Game,
yeah, and you don't want this. I talked about this yesterday. Straight passes into the middle of the park. You can't do it. You're going to get picked off.
Well, a foul committed there on Lamsey. Well, by Lamsey on Mingo. And Mason picks it up, gets it down the line towards Shaves. Going back to Mason. Mason looking to take on his man. Sends the ball across. It's picked up by Bailey. Gets it to the Gans. Bailey continues his run, but he goes back to Williams. Eventually cleared back upfield. But Fatima is going to come again. This is Barrington. Atherton. Long searching ball looking for Mason. Takes it down nicely. He's got Isaac confronting him. But in an offside position, Leach had made that run going past his midfielder in Mason. He went from the overlapping run, but he went a little too early and he's found himself offside.
Yeah, Fatima started to find their rhythm now. A lot more fluid in their display. And it's a team that is really about the collective.
Well, here's Isaac with the kick. Headed forward. and sent right back up into the heart of the defense. This is Franklin. Looking around here, still Franklin gets the return ball. Gets it towards Nelson. Nelson going up that right side. This is a good run. A good run from him. Gets it to James. James, he was looking for the shot. Never was in control of it. And Edwards is able to converge on it. But a good run from Nelson. There was Lamsey with the foul in the end, as James was looking to have the shot and it ran off towards Lamsey, but out came Edwards. This is Bailey. Good ball down the line for Shaves. He's been confronted by the beak. Goes past the beak, sends it over to the far side. This is Mason trying to bring it down. It's picked up by DeGans. DeGans, still DeGans, gets it to Leach. Leach looking around, back to DeGans. DeGans is going to play it over to the far side. Bailey is there. He takes it down nicely, goes past his man. And is he going to get it over? It's well blocked. Eventually, Eve sends it upfield. James is on a run. Out comes Edwards. Very important. The through ball was played towards James, but it was hit a little too hard. And Edwards, very alert to the situation, came out and played it for a throw for QRC. Isaac with the throw. Looking for James, but it's picked up in that midfield there by Collier. Collier towards DeGans. Or towards Bailey, sorry. Bailey to Shays. Bailey makes that run going on the right side. Looking to go past his man. Sends the cross in. Headed away by Franklin. Picked up by Nelson. Nelson looking to cut inside of Williams. Does well. Sends the ball through to James. This is a chance for QRC. He's in and over the bar. What a miss. What a ball from Nelson. And James was through the middle. Edwards was caught in no man's land and he hit it over the bar.
Nelson has been impressive from minute one. Look at this for a pass. Outside of the right foot. The ball just seems to linger there. It needed an instep or a bit of conviction.
He should have banged it.
Yeah, you have to drive there with your instep. That was a chance, Colin.
Wow.
It should have been 1-0.
Yeah, it should have been. The best chance of the game so far.
Yeah. Tristan Edwards came, then he stopped.
Yeah. He was caught in no man's land. Here's the cross ball coming. Mason has a shot, goes high over the bar. And we've seen, Brent, when you miss at one end, you get to pay at the other end. Luckily for QRC, Mason never got over the ball. But what a miss what a pass from Nelson in the first instance. And what a miss. Tell you what, Fatima, they're lucky that they're not behind at the moment. Fatima, you know, they started to get more into the game. But every now and again, I don't want to say they're a little loose at the back. I think it's good play from QRC.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's a lot to do with Queen's Royal College and how that man there in your picture have set them out to play. They look like they have the bit between the teeth, Colin. I said that from the word go. He set up a very high line of confrontation, basically saying to his charges, Kenwyn Jones that is, that let's go out and take them on.
Well, here is Fatima coming through Williams. It's going to go wide to Bailey. Bailey chips it in field, looking for Shaves. Out comes goalkeeper Afan. Holds on to it. Looks pretty confident. Jaheem Afan. Sends it up towards Nelson. He's been a real danger so far. Gets it to Eve. This is Caruth. Turning nicely with it there. Oh, this is a good run from James, but he goes down. The referee, he's given a free kick, or is he? No, he has given a free kick, but not in James's favor. He's given it against James. Well, let's see. No, he's actually given it to James, and I thought so initially, I thought James went down and the free kick was given to James, but then James and the QRC players started to back away, giving me the impression that was a free kick for Fatima. But from the time I saw it, I saw James going down and I thought it was a free kick. Now this is in a very good position for QRC. Who's going to take it?
Well, I'll put... Well, there you go. There's the answer to your question, because Nelson walks away. He leaves it for Lamsey.
So Lamsey, good chance for him to hit the target. Or he tries to, again, he was, from that distance, Brent, you can't pass it into the net. It's going to be it has to be really super.
Yeah, I think he needed to come a bit wider of the ball to be able to swing around it.
Was he trying to curl it into the net?
He was trying to curl it, but you need to give yourself a bit more room to get the curl onto the football. And I think the run-up as well, Colin, was a bit short.
Yeah.
So, again, that would not help if you're trying to generate power. So, right idea, I think, to go over the wall, but he just couldn't get the direction.
The technique wasn't all that great, was it? Well, Atherton got away with that one.
Very lucky.
This is the Gans. Cleared away by DeBeek. Nelson putting the defenders under some pressure. And it's cleared away. Coming up to 20 minutes. This has been a good encounter so far. QRC certainly giving as good as they're going to get here. Here is the QRC bench. Nelson, he's been really good so far. Eve. This is Caruth, playing more of a deep line midfielder. Isaac, but can't keep it in. And it's going to be a throw for Fatima. It's taken by Leach. He gets it to Atherton. Barrington is to his right. This is Barrington. Goes to goalkeeper Edwards. Is he going to go long? Yes, he is. Gets it towards Mason. Mason does well. Wasn't the best control, but nobody was around him. So he had a lot of time in which to play it back towards Atherton. He also plays that ball long towards Shaves. Shaves does well. Comes in field with it. He's got Bailey wide, but he gives it to Collier. Collier goes wide this time to Bailey. Bailey chips it forward, looking for Shaves. Shaves turning with it. Gives it back to Bailey. Bailey has a crack. Goes over the bar. He ran onto it. He hit it with power, but didn't get the direction. So, again, don't miss the excitement of the SSFL and the Easter schoolboy football on the SportsMax app. Download from the App Store or the Google Play Store. Catch all the league action and updates on the SportsMax app. So you just got to download it for all the action. But here goes, as we talk action, James trying to go forward for QRC, but it's won back here by Fatima. Mason looking to go down the line, cuts inside nicely with it. That's a good tackle coming in from James, and it's going to be a throw for Fatima. Leach is going to take it. .21.5 minutes gone. No goals yet here. This is semi-final number 2. The winner will meet St. Anthony's College in the grand final. Atherton. Barrington. Edwards. It's going to start it again at the back through Barrington. Mingo. Slow build up here from Fatima. Atherton. Leach. So they keep in possession at the moment, not making much movement going forward. But now Atherton sends it deep, but the beak with the header, but only as far as Bailey. Around comes Caruth. Williams. Ooh, that was a tough tackle coming in from Williams. He's got to be careful. Missed everything.
I was about to say, Colin, I'm very sure if he connected with a player, he would have been in some trouble.
He would have been.
Because it was late.
Oh. And luckily for him that the player and the ball had disappeared by the time he was making that tackle. Mason in an offside position. There's Isaac with the free kick. Heads go up, but it's going to be picked up by Mason. Being confronted by Lamsey. Plays it back to Isaac. Isaac chips it forward, but it's won here by Leach. This is Mason. Shaves plays a nice ball towards the Gans. Back to Shaves. This is promising for Fatima. Oh, that's Shaves. He goes for the curler. It's too high. You could see the intention. He cut inside nicely and was looking to curl it into the top corner. Had too much on it.
Yeah, good bit of trickery here by Shaves. Sends his man for ice cream. Cuts inside. Just couldn't wrap his foot around it.
Looked like a double scoop as well.
Yeah.
A double scoop, not just ice cream, Brent. But here is a throw for Fatima. There's Coach Hudson Charles making some notes. Just need to make a lot of notes because QRC has been really very much in this game. That man saved what would have been a surety. Edwards, but the ball goes to Isaac. Sends it upfield. Won by Barrington. But picked up here by Caruth. Looking to get James going, but it's played high and eventually headed away by Atherton. That's not a good header from Caruth. Isaac is there. It bangs into the Gans, and it's going to be a throw for QRC. Isaac with the throw. Turning with it is Lamsey. Playing it forward for James. He does well. Looking for Nelson. He can't find Nelson. It goes to Collier. He plays it to Bailey. Bailey, good ball, but intercepted there by Dolly. And sent right back upfield. Lamsey doing well. Holding off his man. Trying to get James going. But this is Atherton. He loses out. Lamsey with a shot. Just over the bar. Well, it was tipped over the bar. I thought for one moment it was heading over the bar. Edwards had to help it over. It was a good save in the end.
It was a good save because there's a late dip on the shot here by Lamsey. Looks like it's stuck in here. Look at it. Starts to dip viciously down. And Edwards had to make a touch. Again, called into action. This has not gone Fatima College's way. QRC have certainly shown that they're here to do battle.
They are. And they are battling. Lamsey with the short corner. The beak sends it across field. Cleared away by Mason and now helped on by Collier. This is Caruth, the skipper for QRC. Twisted, turning with it. Does well. Does extremely well. Plays it back here as QRC looking to get things going. King towards Dolly.
Yeah, and another straight pass again. It's one of the things as a defender when you are in possession, Colin, you can't do it. Once you play straight passes into the middle of the park, you give your opposition chances to pick it off. It comes down to two things. Where the midfielder is positioned has to be at an angle. You want to play into angles. Because if you lose the ball there, Colin, you're in big trouble.
Here's Mason. Looking to take on his man. Chips it towards Shaves. But here's Dolly. Does well. I think he's won the throw. Yes, he has.
That's a good battle. One to keep an eye on.
It's the two central defenders for QRC. Dolly and King. So far, they've done well. Isaac with the throw. A little bit of pushing. So it's a free kick. Leach with it. Gets it to Mingo. Jaden Williams. Long ball there. Looking for Shaves. He's a danger, isn't he? King couldn't really clear. It was blocked by Shaves. Lamsey tussling here. Eventually it goes to Mason. Back to Leach. Does well to keep it in. Mason looking to go down the line. Cuts inside now. Still in possession. Sends it over to the far side. The beak is there. Heads it away. Nelson. Is he fouled? He is, says the referee. Fouled by Collier. And it's going to be a free kick for QRC. King with the free kick. Headed on by Nelson. But Barrington bangs it upfield. The Gans does well, but Caruth is in his way. He was looking for the foul. Now he flicks the head on. Franklin couldn't get there. Isaac, however, clears it upfield. Leach with the header. But it's picked up by Nelson. He's been a danger all afternoon, all evening, as he is looking to go past his man. In Leach, he does get past Leach. Oh, he goes up that right side. Nelson, still in possession. Holds on to it. He's trying to do a little too much. As Lamsey came in for a strong challenge. The Gans towards Bailey. Goes over his head. The beak does well. But Bailey regains possession for Fatima. Ball played down to Collier, to Bailey. It's a good challenge. Excellent challenge coming in there from Nelson. Sorry, that was not Nelson, that was Eve. Son of Angus Eve, Seth Eve. His father must be proud of him playing in the QRC first team. And let's hope later he's proud of his father leading the national team to victory against USA tonight. But here is Bailey. Plays the ball down the line looking for Collier. King is there. And he's ushering it over the line nicely. So it's going to be a goal kick for QRC. We are playing now for just about 30 minutes here. Still, Fatima. They can't break the deadlock. QRC neither. They've had the better chances, to be honest. QRC should have taken the lead. The beak running the ball out of play. Bailey with the throw. Gets it towards Shaves. He's going to play it in field. No, he doesn't. He gives it to Bailey. Bailey this time back to Shaves. Shaves looking to have a crack. But it's picked up here in the midfield. This is Nelson getting it from Eve. Back to Eve. Nelson going on the outside of him. Eve holding on to a little too long. He's lost it. As it's with Collier. Leach to Mason. Mason confronted by Isaac. Looking to come in field with it. Looking around. Going down the left side was Leach, but a handball from Isaac. So it's going to be a free kick for Fatima. So it's a free kick here, quickly taken. This is Mengo, has a crack, but it goes wide. So it's going to be a goal kick for QRC.
Well, it's been a game where it's been evenly contested. The running stats would suggest that in a pass completion perspective, it's quite close. Yeah. In all departments, for that matter, it's quite close.
Yeah, I would think so. But let's look at the corner here. It's going to be taken by Collier. Let's see what he's going to do with it. Goes to the far post. In comes Williams. Doesn't make any contact with the ball. And it goes out for a goal kick. So there is the Fatima skipper, Jaden Williams, coming in at the far post, but never made contact with the ball. As Mingo with the header. It's won by Franklin. He goes back to Isaac. Isaac turns nicely with it. Plays it forward, looking for James.
Got to deal with it.
Yep, Nelson is making the run.
Yeah, he's got to deal with it.
And eventually Barrington plays it out for a throw.
Well, I'm looking at Barrington remonstrating with Edwards, but Barrington has to be the one to deal with that. And he did, eventually. Because Nelson was breathing down his neck.
He was. So Isaac with his coach Kenwin Jones just shouting out some instructions as Lamsey goes up that right side.
That's not a bad cross. That's not a bad cross at all.
Well, it's picked up here by Nelson, twisting, turning with it. Going to that byline, Nelson still can't get the crossover. He's looking for backward support. Gets it from Eve. He goes all the way back to De Beek, who now sends the ball in. Not a great ball. And it's sent downfield towards Shaves. Dolly is there. This time De Beek. That's a good interception from Collier. That's a good challenge here from Dolly. This is Caruth. Getting it back to De Beek. And the ball came off of Bailey. So it's going to be a throw for QRC. No goals yet. This is the Coca-Cola North Zone Intercol Semifinal. Having a look there at the QRC bench. And they look very anxious, but no need to be at the moment, because I think they would be anxious that they have not taken the lead yet, Brent.
Yeah,
I think that was the disappointment.
Yeah, they've created the chances to take the lead, and they've played the type of football to take the lead. I think what they need to be wary about is the fact that Fatima College could turn defense over very quickly.
Now here's Mason. Oh, he's hit the post, the outside of the post. Now, he got the better of Isaac, but Brent, there was nobody supporting Isaac. So once he got the better of Isaac, he even ran inside with the ball, and there was still no tackle. Let's have a look.
Yeah, he was. Dolly was expected to come across. He didn't. He stayed. And I think Mason made the right decision in trying to shoot on goal. I think if that was lower and maybe headed towards the far post instead of the near post, Colin, he may have had some joy. It's a good move, a good chance for Fatima. Probably their best chance of the game.
Yeah, I was about to say that. And they've settled down a little better. I think in the last 10 minutes or so, QRC have not really created very much. But as we say that, here's Lamsey. Nelson a little bit slow there as Williams wins it, gets it to Collier. This is the Gans, looking for the shot. That's it, 1-0. Seem to have taken a deflection in the 36th minute. Fatima College have taken the lead. The Gans putting it away, but it seemed to have taken a little bit of a deflection and went to the left of the keeper, and that has made it 1-0.
Yeah, and you would have to think this is against the run of play, but it's good work by Degans. He always was trying to create that angle to shoot the ball. Goalkeeper Afan had no chance really. Once that ball had a deflection, it looked like it was King that the ball came off of. Spirited performance by Queens Royal College, undone there by the persistence of the Gans. Score confirmation, Fatima College 1, QRC 0. Look at the stats there, Colin.
Possession 52-48, which is tight.
It's
and
very tight. Pass completion as well, yeah.
55% to 54. So it's a tight game. And you have to say, you have to feel a little bit sorry for QRC with that deflection.
Yeah.
Because the keeper seemed to have it covered.
And it went in. As I said, Colin, you would have to suggest that was against the run of play. Oh, that's a heavy touch. He was in there.
He was. But he just, you could see him. The idea was for him to just run straight on with it. But he pushed it a little too far ahead of him. So Fatima taking the lead now here. In minute number 36.
Well, the heavens have opened a bit. Oh boy, this could be trouble again. I think they were bailed out. Yep. Just very lucky.
He misjudged the bounce of that.
He misjudged it, he slipped. And Chase was adjudged for the infringement.
It's a slight drizzle at the moment. You could see some of the spectators in the covered section that they're going back to get a little bit more cover, because when you're to the front, as though anybody who knows the Easley Crawford Stadium.
Is that considered the uncovered section or the covered section?
The uncovered section and the covered section. But here is Williams Looking to get it forward to Bailey. Back to Williams. He chips it down the line for Collier. It's a heavy shower now.
Yeah.
It's no longer a drizzle. And how will this affect the play, Brent?
Well, the pitch is already slick coming into the game. I think it just adds to it. Fatima have this. That's a good tackle. Excellent tackle by Mingo.
Well, he goes wide with it towards Mason. Mason, this time he's got two to confront with. He gets past one, he gets past two.
Excellent.
Mason has the shot, goes for the far post, and Afan doesn't hold on to it, and Shaves puts it into the back of the net.
No, he's offside.
He's offside.
I tell you what, Colin, I wonder. I'd like to have another look at that. And whether or not Shaves was in an offside position or not.
Let's have a look at the shot from Mason.
Yeah, I don't think he's offside. Look at where he started his run. Unless they're saying that this is a foul, and it's not a foul as well. Maybe have another look at it again, Colin. Look at where Shaves starts his position from. He's well behind Dolly and King, and I'm not sure he was offside there. Look at it here, Colin.
Yeah.
Well, I think the first replay gave us a better angle of it. But I'm looking at where Shaves' starting point originated in related to Mason's shot.
Don't think it was a foul.
Yeah, it wasn't a foul, but I do think that Shaves was in an onside position.
Well, it's going to be a throw for Fatima. Coming up to minute number 40.
There's another look at it, Colin. Look at Shaves. Look at where he starts.
Nowhere in the picture.
Nowhere in the picture, and then he starts his run.
Yeah.
Again, I think that it's probably one that should have stayed for Fatima College. Called for an offside, and I'm not sure if it was.
Well, here is Fatima going forward again. It's with Nelson. Looking to get James going.
Outside.
But this.
Oh boy.
Problems here. James, it goes wide. Well, I think it took a deflection. All of a sudden, this heavy shower is creating problems.
Edwards is a lucky boy. It's well pursued there. Edwards slipped on it, hits his shin. And really and truly, James couldn't get past Edwards' left foot.
Yeah, it took that deflection. Here's the corner.
Tell you what.
Heavy shower now here.
QRC have had some chances, really. Well, that's late. That is late. And naughty as well.
He's probably going to get away. I don't think he's just having a talking to at the moment. But here's Mason. Back to the Gans. This is Mingo. Williams. Bailey. Williams. Bailey getting the better of Eve, going down that right side. And the beak is there, plays it out. It's going to be a throw for Fatima. There Shaves. As he goes down, no, says the referee, get up. The beak clears it upfield. And a strong challenge again coming in. I think the conditions now.
Yeah, it's playing a part.
Yeah.
Missed time and misjudged challenges. It's a slick surface out there. Let's have another look at this penalty claim. Tell you what, no, that's actually the infringement by Lamsey on Mingo.
Yeah, the penalty claim came from Shaves, but didn't think it was.
Yeah, it would have been a soft call.
So
here it is again. Colin, he's touched in there. Wasn't? Oh, I tell you what, Colin.
Yes.
There was contact.
Yep, there
was. Certainly was contact, and it certainly was stopped Shaves' progression. And again, maybe calling another chance there at Fatima. could feel aggrieved for.
Yep,
He's
that's
offside,
right. Yep.
Bailey.
Bailey's offside. Well, at first, when I first looked at it with the naked eye, didn't seem to be a foul. But when you look back at the replay, there was contact.
And I thought it was outside the box. But when we look at it, Colin, it certainly was inside. And I think there certainly was contact.
Well, a free kick for QRC. Long ball forward. Nelson is brought down. It's going to be a free kick for QRC.
Well, let's take another look at the claim for that penalty, Colin. Again, the contact, where the contact was made, or if there was contact to impede him. Look at it here. Chaves gets through both players. He dribbles in here. Look at the contact there.
Yep, and it was just inside the box. The left foot as well was inside when the contact was made by King. Well, here's Lamsey with the free kick. The heads go up. Eve does well, has to go all the way back to his keeper, but I think...
Yeah, and I think it's the right call.
It's going to be a free kick against Atherton.
I wondered, Colin, about the reaction of Queen's Royal College after they went the goal down, but they seem still very much...
They're very much in the game.
In the game.
Yeah. We understand there's going to be 2 minutes. We're in the final minute of the first half, and we understand there's going to be 2 minutes of added on time. Looks like Caruth with the kick.
It's like a fast bowler run-up.
Bangs it just wide. Actually, his dad was a fast bowler, Brent, many years ago. His dad...
at Queen's...
At Harvard.
At Harvard.
Used to play for Harvard.
Took a wicked deflection as well, Colin. The wall broke, which could have easily snuck in. Another corner for Queen's Royal College.
So this is the corner from Lamsey. Goes to the far post. Well headed there by Atherton. Eve, a little bit in a tussle with Collier. It's going to be a throw. We see a player down. Not too sure who it is at the moment.
I think it's DeGans, possibly.
Yeah, it looks like DeGans. It is DeGans.
They've had to battle, the men in yellow.
Oh, for sure.
It's not been straightforward at all.
And the luck has gone with them.
Yeah, it certainly has.
Even the goal they got, you have to say it was...
fortuitous.
Yeah.
Wasn't the cleanest of strike, but the deflection certainly had a say on it.
His coach, Baba Charles. Would he be happy, Brent, with what he's seen from his team so far?
I think he'll be happy to be in the lead. I don't think he'll be happy with the overall performance by Fatima College. There's nothing in football that suggests because you are the favourites, you are going to win a game. And that's certainly what has transpired here today. I think Fatima College have been in this battle. They've lost a lot of the 1v1 battles, and I think that's where he'll be disappointed. If you look throughout the middle of the park, and even defensively, they've been second best to a lot of those 1v1 duels that we've seen.
So just about a minute and a half so far in this added on time, and the referee may give a little bit more because of the injury to DeGans. Long ball played forward by Dolly. It's picked up by Mason. Leach looking to go forward. Ball comes off of Leach, and it's going to be a throw for Queen's Royal College.
He's been solid.
Caruth,
the captain, and he's been very important for QRC. He's brought that balance. He's been there to make sure that they could switch the point of attack from an attacking perspective. And he's defended well from a defensive, given the back four cover.
James trying to go through there. Barrington stops him. Gets it back to Edwards, who again has been solid, except for that one mistake he made.
Yeah.
And could have sort of paid dearly. This is
I'm not sure why he didn't clear the ball, Colin. He didn't need to touch it. Just clear it.
I tell you what, Brent, if I have to have a criticism of him, he tends to overplay the ball rather than just, hey, let me get rid of this. But it's the halftime whistle as the referee, Myron, has indicated that we've played just about 47 minutes in the first half. It's 2 minutes added on and a little bit more. And Fatima, the lead here in this Coca-Cola North Zone Intercol semi-final. They lead by 1-0. The goal scored by Aidan Gans in minute number 36. And so far, so good for the boys from Mukarapu. So it's halftime. Fatima 1, QRC 0. We'll take a break. Welcome back here to the Hazley Crawford Stadium. We're at the half in this Coca-Cola North Zone semi-final. Fatima College, they lead at the half by 1-0 against a very plucky QRC team who really and truly, they must be very disappointed that they are behind. Let's have a look at the highlights. As referee Nyron got things underway. And QRC very much on the front foot. That header from Franklin was a really excellent save by Edwards. But Nelson, he was creating real problems for Fatima College. Lovely ball, and this should have been in the back of the net. He tried to chip it over the keeper head. He should have blasted it, James, and that would have been 1-0. And then Lampsey with the free kick. You could see the idea, trying to curl it. But Fatima, slowly but surely, came back into the game. Shaves. Shot coming from Bailey, going high over the bar. And then Shaves. Good run from him. Again, you could see the intention, trying to curl that ball into the far corner. But QRC were not done yet. The shot coming, and Edwards. He's been really good for Fatima all season. Mason going down that left side, no challenge, and he hit the outside of the post. He had to go for goal, and there was nothing wrong with that. And then Digans with the run, come inside, he had the shot, it took the deflection, and because of that, it went away from the keeper, and Fatima College take the lead in minute number 36. And again, long ball through to James, and look what happens. Edwards loses it, James slips, he turns, has the shot, it took off the leg of the keeper and went out for a corner. But that's the situation. 1-0 here. Fatima College lead. Let's have a look at the stats. 6 shots to 7. And that's telling you QRC right much in this game. 2 shots apiece on target. 4 fouls to 2. No yellow cards, no red cards. 3 offsides to Fatima. 1 corner. Again, 4 corners to QRC. Just 1 to Fatima. 2 saves to 1. And look at that possession stat. 50-50. This is a very even game so far, folks. And Fatima College, they lead 1-0. Let's go down to these guys on the field. Let's hope they're not getting wet.
Well, we definitely are absorbing the rain right now, Colin Murray. 50-50 in terms of the possession. Enrique, let's talk about QRC just a bit. Seems a little more aggression and attitude from the team.
Yeah, definitely. I spoke to one of the players yesterday, and when they said they have nothing to lose. So I think that's how they came out today, with that mentality, nothing to lose. And you can see it brought them some success for a bit until Fatima, scored in the 38th minute. So it's about QRC finding that, continuing that, run of form, and trying to get a goal back.
Well, Brent Sancho, you mentioned football is a cruel sport. When you make mistakes, you get punished for them. So let's talk a little bit about the punishment.
Well, the punishment resulted in a goal, and I think the mistakes that Queen's Royal College made is not finishing on their end. They had 2 gilt-edged chances, both of them from James, but eventually the goal that came from the Gans came from a deflection. They were second best for most of this football game, Fatima College, but that goal, of course, put them with their tails up. They did have 2 other opportunities. One, possibly a non-offside call, and the second one, a penalty kick that may or may not could have been given. They did have their chances, but I think in the overall scheme of things, Queen's Royal College have certainly shown that they're here to battle, and this game is not over by any stretch of the imagination.
Now, when Fatima College played Trinity College Mocha, we noticed that Trinity College Mocha held them until the last 20 minutes of the game. Guys, let's talk about, as we move into the second half, what does QRC need to do?
Yeah, they just need to press Fatima as much as possible, continue pressing, and just try to get one back. Once they get one, it's going to open up the floodgates, and they're going to get more and more chances and opportunities. It's just for them now to put it away.
All right, what about Fatima College, Brent Sancho?
I think they just have to be a bit more aggressive in what they do. They've been second best for most of the day, particularly in the middle of the park. They've lost a lot of their 1v1 duels. That's what they've been good at. They've a team with a huge amount of tenacity. They have that drive and that inspiration that they want to win football games, but they've been second best to Queen's Royal College. They need to turn that around. They need to turn that into now possession, keeping Mason lively. He's been good on this side. Bailey needs to come to life. Chaves is making the runs that we expect him to make. And most importantly, they need to finish their opportunities. Chaves had 1 or 2 that he was sniffing around in the box. They need to create more. And they also need, gentlemen, to make sure that they keep the back door locked, because on a couple occasions, they looked a bit light at the back, and they need to be a bit better in terms of the transition play when Queen's Royal College is playing on the counter. Make sure that they don't give them any opportunities.
Well, also in terms of the pitch, we're seeing the field a little dug up right now.
Well, yeah, I think it's soft. And when we got here today, it had some rainfall leading into this fixture. Of course, a game being played before between East Mokarapo playing the first game against St. Anthony's College. So it's still soft underneath. We had a bit of a downpour. But one thing about the Hazley Crawford, it digs up quite easily. This Bermuda grass surface does not hold well when it comes to water. And what doesn't have standing water, like what we've seen in the 2 previous games at Edinburgh and, of course, in the Arima Velodrome. But what it is, it's very, very soft. The likes of Nelson and James are enjoying it because they're able to twist and turn and make sure that the defenders are not able to stay with them. It's an attacker's paradise out here in the Hazley Crawford field.
Well, guys, we'll see if it's an attacker's paradise in the second half. Fatima College have won over QRC, who has 0 here at the Hazley Crawford Stadium. This is the Coca-Cola Intercol North Zone semi-final number 2. When we come back, we find out who will face St. Anthony's College here at the Hazley Crawford Stadium for the final of the North Zone. Now, I want to remind you, No matter which zone it is in the Coca-Cola Intercol, we give you all the updates on the SportsMax app. Download today on the Google Play or the Apple App Store. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to a very wet Hazley Crawford Stadium here. And we're at the half. It's 1-0 Fatima lead. The players are back out onto the field. So we should have the second half underway momentarily. As Queen's Royal College, they're saying their final prayers here, but they've got it all to do. And if they start as they did in the first half, who knows? They can certainly come back into this game. Fatima College now, they will have to be very wary of this start from the QRC team, and it certainly can go their way because they were really good in the first half. The question is, can they keep it up? Can they keep up the momentum, Brent?
Yeah, that's the question. I think from a Fatima College perspective, it is very important that the first 10 minutes in this second half, that they are the team on top. They've lost a lot of duels, Colin, something that we're not used to seeing from a Fatima College team. Because one thing they give you every single time is effort.
Well, they've got to start fast, you think. And we've been talking off here about the slow starts Fatima have been making over the last couple of games.
And in a knockout competition, sometimes you can go behind and never find yourselves coming back.
That's right. Well, here we go. As a long ball there from Barrington. As Mason doing well, keeping possession. Gets it back towards Atherton. He gets it to Leach. Back to Atherton. This is Barrington. Got to be careful. Plays it back to Edwards. This is Williams, the skipper. Heads it on, but not a great header, but Bailey does well. Flicks it on to the Gans. Nelson wins it here for QRC, but he gives it right back to the Gans. And eventually Franklin looking to come forward with it. Collier does well. Gets it to Mason. Mason has a crack. Straight to the keeper. He holds on to it. Not a bad effort from Mason, cutting inside. So it's Fatima looking to go on the offensive here and trying to put QRC under some early pressure. Afan with the kick. Collier just getting it up. No distance. Caruth. He's got to be careful. He doesn't want to lose the ball there. Does well in the end.
Does very well.
Plays it down that right side. Away goes James, but that's a good challenge from Leach.
He's been a handful as well. We talk a lot about Nelson, but
James,
the forward play of James really has been good.
He's made some good runs, hasn't he?
He has, and the only thing he's lacking is that goal-scoring ability, because he had two chances, really, Colin, he should have put away.
Well, this is Isaac with the throw. Eventually, it's played out by Atherton, so it's going to be a right-sided corner for QRC. Isaac is the man going to take it. Up goes Dolly. No, it's Lamsey, not Isaac. Lamsey's going to take the corner. Thought for one moment Isaac was going to do the honors, but he's left it to Lamsey. Plays it short towards James. He turns nicely with it. Sends it over. The heads go up. This is Nelson. He's looking for the shot, looking for the angle. It's over the bar. Well. He was looking for the angle, Nelson. He was all by himself. He cut inside. You could see him looking to get the shot, but he just needed to get the angle. But what a good ball over to the far post.
Yeah, it's a good ball. Heads go up. Look at Nelson. He sets his man up, cuts it. You just get your head over it, son. He's leaning back, stretching, Colin. Just needed a better technique there. I'm not even sure he needed all that power.
Yeah, he didn't.
He's about 10 yards or so out. Maybe just a bit more composure. Again, here comes that word. We've used it for most of the afternoon when it comes to attempts on goal.
And you just have to think, Brent, at least they need to hit the target.
That has to be a #1 rule, especially in these conditions.
Well, this is Jaden Williams. Gets it back to Barrington. Looking for Mason.
Yeah, they've not allowed them to play out to the back easily. Queen's Royal College, give them credit. This could be danger.
Lamsey. Oh, he was trying to play it through to Nelson. It was a little too short. Williams plays it out. It's going to be a throw for QRC. So they've started well, QRC.
Yeah.
The first minutes, Fatima was trying to put them under some pressure. But since then, I think they've come nicely into the game. DeBeek gets it to Nelson. He's really caused problems, hasn't he? That's a good challenge from Williams because
he was
Nelson
away.
was around. Yeah,
he was away. And that front three of Lamsey, James and Nelson have provided a lot of impetus for Queen's Royal College as Coach Jones is reeling out the instructions.
It's not a good cross from DeBeek.
No.
So it's going to be a goal kick for Fatima. They still lead by 1-0. The goal coming in the 36 minutes through Aidan DeGans.
We talked about the heavy downpour on the surface here at the Hazy Crawford Players as we see James slips over. I did say this is an attacker's paradise. The reason being for defenders, these attackers, certainly from Queen's Royal College, they're shifty. They like to change direction and move.
Franklin gives it away to Collier. Chips it nicely up that left side towards Mason.
Yeah, that's late. That is very late. Be surprised if he doesn't go into the referee's book.
Well, referee Nyron has been pretty lenient. We've seen one or two challenges that he's just been having a word with the players, and here again he's not reached for his pocket. But yes, Isaac was late. So it's going to be a free kick for Fatima. Taken already and goes to the far post. But let's see, I think he's offside. Looks like Bailey is offside. So it's going to be a free kick this time for QRC. Just about 5 minutes gone so far in the second half. Nelson has to go all the way back to King. Good header from Collier. Finds Bailey. Bailey plays a good ball up that right side to Collier. Collier goes past his man, but has to turn back. Gets it to Bailey. This is Mingo. Williams. Bailey, is he able to keep it in? No, I don't think he is. It's going to be a throw for QRC. So here's the beak with the throw. Gets it to Lamsey. Lamsey plays a ball.
He's got to deal with it. One of the defenders.
James hustling here. Slips in the process.
Yeah.
Oh!
What a finish.
Well. QRC back in the game in the 52nd minute. James. Stephon James has equalized here. Edwards didn't even see it.
Well, I did say, Colin, he has to deal with it. And when I meant he, I was talking about the centre half for Fatima College. He didn't. And he allowed James, after the ball bounces here, to get back on his feet and have that absolute peach of a strike.
Oh,
what a strike. Top marks for James.
We did say, Brent, he's been a handful all afternoon, and this time he slipped, but
he got back.
It's not the first time we've seen him do that. Slip and get back into the play. He has been, both himself and Nelson and Lamsey, they have been really tremendous here this afternoon. And what a game we have in our hands now.
Yeah, nothing less than they deserve, Queen's Royal College. And I'm just looking at it and I'm thinking to myself, Atherton as a centre half, you have to deal with it. You don't allow the ball to bounce. But here comes Fatima. That's a good ball.
Yeah, Shaves.
Can he finish?
Played back. Nope. Cleared away.
So starting to heat up here at the Hazy Crawford Stadium.
And you would know, Brent, the most dangerous time for a team is when you score.
Yeah.
Because they tend to say, okay,
you switch
we
off.
Scored, you switch off for a little bit. And they just can't switch off against this Fatima team. Because if you do, you can pay.
Well, here comes QRC now. It's really end-to-end stuff.
Looking for James again. Williams is there. Leach.
That's good.
Gives it
That's
away
good
to
pressure by
Lamsey.
Queen's Royal College. Here they come.
Not a good ball. Mingo picks it up, but he gives it away. So Caruth has to go back to Isaac. Plays it down the line towards, let's see,
It's done
Franklin.
well. It's done very well.
Franklin plays it in field, trying to get Nelson going, but it's cleared away. This is Leach. He can't keep it in, and it's going to be a throw for QRC.
Well, they're rattled, Fatima College. It's not often we see Fatima College outplayed, out-hustled, and certainly in the middle of the park, an area that they tend to dominate. They've been second best.
Well, here's Isaac with the throw. Gets it to Lamsey. Lamsey being hustled by Mingo. And in fact, it comes off of Lamsey. So Leach is going to take the throw. Long ball forward. Not a good header. This time Nelson is chasing after it, but well defended by James. Bailey does well. Not such a great ball. Caruth is there. And the referee is indicating it's going to be a free kick for Fatima. The kick has been taken. Bailey to Digans. Bailey goes up that right side. Digans turning with it nicely.
That's a good play. That's a good play by Digans. That's a foul.
Yep, just outside the box. Eve, the man just committing the foul.
Yeah, he was late. He came across to stop the progress of Digans. He does do that, but in an illegal way.
Yeah. So it's going to be a free kick. Bailey is going to take it. This is a danger here now for QRC.
Yeah, they just can't afford to concede. They really can't.
Here's Bailey. Chips it out too close to the keeper. Not too sure what that was about. I thought he was trying to chip it in, but he just got it all wrong.
No, he need to hit the space in and around the top of the 6-yard box, and he didn't. There's no power in it. Here comes Nelson.
Yep, here is Nelson. Looking to go past Barrington. But eventually Atherton has to come, or sorry, Williams was coming across to assist Barrington because Nelson was getting past Barrington and there was Williams coming to clear it. But it's a left-sided corner. Kenman Jones, he looks a little bit nervous. I'm not too sure why. This is the man who should be very nervous.
Yeah.
Hudson Charles. But Kenman Jones, he just can't stay still. Lamsey with the corner. This is not a bad effort, but Edwards came and
punch.
He cuffed it. He's trying to hold on to it now, and he loses it. And eventually the Gans bangs it upfield.
They've got to deal with it again.
Shaves is giving chase, but Isaac is there.
Yeah, and that's better. At least he takes it out of danger.
Here's Mason.
That's a good ball.
That's a good interception by the beak. This is Caruth slowing things down. Lamsey. Wide here is the beak. Gives it away. Barrington. Bailey plays it to Shaves. Bailey goes for the run, but it's well intercepted, and eventually it's played out by King, and it's going to be a throw for Fatima. Williams getting it in field and headed. This is Mingo. Not a great clearance there by Franklin.
Wow. What a tremendous piece of skill.
Oh, superb, wasn't it? Just flicked it over the head of Franklin. And they've got a corner. So since the goal, Fatima's more or less let's have a look at that. Mason.
Yeah.
Just getting the better of Isaac, just flicking it over his head. And then Franklin had to come and play it out. It's going to be a left-sided corner. Collier is going across to take it.
That's a good ball.
The heads go up, headed away by Dolly. Shaves is there. Turns back in field with it. Flicked on by Williams, but to no one in particular. And the goalkeeper, Affan, holds on to it. 1-1 here. Fatima and QRC.
That's been an entertaining game thus far.
It
really
has.
is.
Just coming up to 59 minutes of this game gone. Nelson looking for some support. And he slips here at the most inopportune time. Barrington looking to kick it off of him to get the throw, and he does. It's not bad. He was playing the ball off of Nelson. Barrington, so he gets the throw. But Leach is the one taking it, looking for Collier. But it's headed downfield, and it's going to be another throw. Leach going up that line again, looking for Mason, but it comes off of Dolly. It's going to be yet another throw for Fatima. So they've made some inroads going up that left side. Leach looking for Shaves. Does find Shaves. Shaves in a real tussle there with Dolly. Shaves getting the better of Dolly, goes down. The referee's going to give a free kick, I would think. He was looking to play the advantage, and Shaves just couldn't keep his foot in. It's going to be a free kick for Fatima in another good position. There's the crowd. And so certainly don't miss the excitement of the SSFL and ISA schoolboy football and the SportsMax app. Download from the App Store, the Google Play Store. Catch all the league action and updates on the SportsMax app. So there is the crowd. A lot of Fatima supporters there trying to get their team going.
Well, it has been a battle for them. And all credit to Queen's Royal College. For all viewers out there, these two teams met earlier in the Premiership, Colin, and it was all Fatima College. Completely dominated that game.
7-1. And but this is a very
different.
A very improved performance from QRC. They look a different team, don't they?
Yeah, and I did ask Coach Jones before kickoff about studying the tape, and he did say they did do a lot of preparation coming into this, and certainly did his homework. Coach Jones and the Queen's Royal College team, and that man there, Coach Hudson Charles, is trying to find the antidote.
Cleared upfield by Williams, but comes right back at the defense. Lamsey looking to get it on towards James. Eventually, Digans. But this is Caruth. He's been a big influence on this team as well. Lamsey trying to play it through to James, but a little too straight. So here is Fatima trying to take control through Mason. Franklin does well. Franklin in possession. Goes backwards. Franklin towards Lamsey. Lamsey looking to take on his man. Is he brought down?
Yeah,
yes, says the referee. It's going to be a card, or no. I think he's looking out his yellow card as well.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the Fatima bench, and they were thinking that there was an infringement before that. And Jaden Williams had one thing in mind there, and that was to stop Lamsey by any means necessary.
Yeah, I think it's Williams who would have got the card. There's the QRC supporters.
There is belief in that crowd, I'll tell you
sure.
what.
So Edwards, is he going to be tested? Great position here to go straight to goal, Brent.
Yeah, and he had a chance left of the goal in the first half, and he went for power. I would think and suggest, Colin, that same as the first half, maybe with a bit more direction. The Fatima wall, must add as well, broke, and he was able to shoot through the wall. They can't afford to do that here now because it's center of the goal.
There's confirmation of that yellow card for Jaden Williams. Aidan Caruth, the QRC skipper, is over the ball. Four-man wall. There's Caruth. Here is Caruth. Go straight to the keeper. I thought he would have gone towards the right of the keeper and hit it straight to Edwards. Edwards held on to it. This is Williams getting it to Bailey. Bailey playing a good ball to Shaves. Shaves looking to go past his man.
Well,
that's good defending.
Excellent defending.
By King.
For a second there, he looked beaten.
So Fatima looking to make a substitution. Camacho on for Mingo. So there is Camacho. Here is the ball coming across, comes off of the defender. Confirmation of the substitution. Camacho for Mingo. Elijah Camacho. Take the like for like change because Camacho is going to pick up that defensive midfield role. But here's Atherton going forward. And he's stopped in his tracks. Leach gets it towards Mason. Mason making that run. Sends the ball across, but it comes off of the defender. It goes for a left-sided corner. Fatima looking to put the pressure now as the ball taken short. Comes across and Dolly with the header.
Mason's done a good job on that left-hand side.
Yeah, he has.
Colin, and surprisingly, we haven't had that sort of service from Bailey on the right-hand side. Normally, he's the one that provides that sort of ability. It's been quiet.
Well, here is the
That's a good ball.
corner, and the heads go up, headed away. So yet another corner.
I think both
Collier is going to take it again.
King and Dolly in set pieces have been dominant, defending it certainly, particularly King.
Well, here's Collier with the corner again. Sends
Another
a good one
ball.
again. Afan
Tell you
punches
what,
it.
not sure why
Well,
he punched.
not such a great punch, but eventually they get it away.
That's a heavy touch.
Yes, it's going to go out, and it's from off of Nelson, so it's going to be a... No, I would have thought, Brent, he could have held it, but he opted to punch.
And he didn't do that quite well. That punch, he got under the ball and it went up into the air. It's lucky.
Camacho back towards Barrington, gives it to Atherton, goes wide to Leach. He plays it to Mason. Mason always seems to have room on that left side. Looks to cut inside.
That's a good ball.
And they were looking to get it to Bailey, but headed away.
He's starting to turn the screws a bit, Fatima.
Every time Mason picks up the ball, Brent, he seems to have acres of space.
Yeah.
I don't think they're getting close enough to him. There's Bailey with the right side corner.
And he's been productive when he has the ball, Mason.
There's Bailey. The corners have been pretty good. And eventually cleared away by Caruth. And it's going to go out for a throw. Fatima certainly, in the last, I would say the last 7 or 8 minutes, Brent, they've dominated.
Yeah, they're knocking on the door.
Yeah.
That's a good ball there. It's got to score.
Oh, the header didn't have enough power on it.
He was always falling back.
Yeah.
And so he couldn't generate the power.
I think QRC, they need to make a substitution or two. I'm just wondering if the legs are starting to go on a few of them.
Yeah, that's that header by Degans. No real power on it. And here comes Mason again, who's having an outstanding game for Fatima. Here he goes. They can't touch him. That's a top goal. Oh, my God.
He's just missed it. He went, he did everything right. He made the run. He outran Isaac. Isaac was beaten totally for pace. He ran inside. Again, there was nobody tackling him. He opted to go to the far post. He hit the post.
Yeah, it's a good run again there. Beats his man. Left him for dead. The support comes over too late. And that's been the story. And I think he deserved more.
Yeah, that's unlucky.
Very unlucky. Great run. Outstanding attempt. And every time Mason picks the ball up, he seems to have the beating of Isaac.
Well, QRC has made a substitution. Eve is off and Mohammed is on. And as I've suggested, Brent, some of the midfielders seem to be just running out of steam.
Yeah.
But here's Mohammed, looking to go past Barrington. Plays it back to Nelson.
Oh,
he does well.
Good tackle.
He's got a corner, I think. Took a deflection.
And now here comes Queen's Royal College. It's one end-to-end stuff, really. They have to find a way to neutralize Mason, Queen's Royal College, because he has certainly been their danger man.
I think Isaac seems to be running out of steam a little bit as well.
Well, I think it's a combination of that and the fact that Dolly is not getting across quick enough to support him. As you rightfully mentioned, he looks all alone, Mason.
Yeah.
1v1 with Isaac.
Not a good corner as King sends it downfield. And Williams gets it to Bailey. Bailey immediately playing it to Shades.
That's late. That's a card for sure.
There's Caruth.
And I think it's a good foul.
Gets a card.
You would have to think, Colin, that on this touch here, if Shaves had got by Karut, he would have been on his way.
He would have been on in, yeah. So Bailey, the header, but straight to the goalkeeper Afan. 70 minutes gone. It's the kind of game, Brent, if it's drawn at the end of it, you'd really want to see extra time.
Yeah, you do. It has been
It's an entertaining game.
Yeah, it has been. And a credit to Queen's Royal College for making sure that it is. They've made Fatima fight for this one.
I tell you, everybody has made Fatima favorites, but Fatima fighting here.
Well, rightfully so, Colin, because the first encounter between these two teams, it looked like a mismatch. Now you look at this encounter.
Totally different.
It's completely different.
Well, this is Nelson.
That's good skill. He's gone.
He's gone past.
Barrington has really
Barrington
struggled.
is pulling him.
Yeah,
he's going to get a card.
He struggled. He'd be lucky if he doesn't go in the book. Very lucky.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Yes. So Barrington gets a card.
Well, they're asking Barrington, Colin, to defend Nelson high up the park, and I'm not sure if that's the right thing. They're telling him stick with Nelson, but if you go with him high up the park, there's a lot of acreage in and around for Nelson to run into, and he is faster and has that trickery with him. And I'm very sure they don't want to continue with that matchup.
Yes, the ball in. No one is really getting control of it.
Oh,
and
boy.
James, is he going down? No, says the referee, saying to James, get up. This is a shot coming from distance, but really and truly has to be a super one to beat Edwards, you would think. Header from Isaac. Franklin is there trying to, Caruth, tussle with it. Now Franklin, but the ball goes up. Good defending from the beak. Lamsey, whoa! What a tackle from Williams, and luckily he didn't connect with anything. Whoa! That was dangerous. Your kind of tackle, though.
No, mine's illegal.
Look at it.
Yeah, he was late, and
woohoo! I tell you,
it wasn't needed. Just stay on your feet. If he stayed on his feet and ushered him down the side, I'm very sure that you'd have a little bit more joy.
Well, luckily he didn't connect with anything, or else that could have been so easily, would have been a yellow card.
Or even a red.
Yeah. Well, goes out. Kiwasi, all of a sudden now,
things out again.
Kiwasi is coming back into it. It seems that each team gets a little 10-minute, and then the pendulum
seesaw battle.
Yeah.
I tell you what, for the ones that are not here at the Hazy Crawford Stadium, you've missed an absolute treat. These two teams have performed really well.
And they've given it their all. Another throw for QRC. Isaac is going to take the throw. Gets it to Nelson. Nelson is off again.
That's
looking to get it to James, but good defending by Atherton. And the header comes off. I think Isaac is under some pressure now, Brent. He's struggling.
And if they can't afford to lose him. They really can't.
Yeah, they need to change him. They need to they need to change him, because he just can't continue, it looks like to me.
Yeah, that would be a big loss for Queen's Royal College.
He's holding his calf, the back of his calf.
Well, the last time I suggested a player had cramp, he came off on a stretcher, so I'm not going to say anything this time, Colin. I'll leave the medicine side of things to you.
Nah, well, I'm not going to say anything either. But I think they need. He's been under a lot of pressure in the second half, Isaac, because Mason has been really running at him most of the time, and they'll have to think whether they're going to push Dolly out there and bring a central defender, but they got to do something, because Mason is just running at Isaac now, and Isaac is really under pressure.
Yeah.
See, skipper Caruth has come over to have a word with Kenwin Jones. And I wonder what that conversation is like. See, Collier has come off for Fatima, and we'll give you an idea of that substitution in a moment. This is Williams. Looking to play it into Shaves. Headed away. Here comes Mason. He's going to have a shot over the bar. And we've seen that so many times today. Not only in this game, but in the first game. So 75 minutes have gone. We have 14 and a half minutes left in this Coca-Cola North Zone Intercol semi-final number 2. This is Lamsey.
Can't afford to lose it there.
Can't afford to lose it, but the beak is there, covering it, and he wins this throw. Ball comes off of Bailey. Oh, actually, it came off of the man who's come on as a substitute in John. Michael John is the man who has come on. Caruth coming away with it. Plays a good ball forward. But it's won back here by Fatima. And Nelson, every time he picks up the ball, you just think something is going to happen.
Yeah, he's been relentless, hasn't he? What I like about him, Colin, the first thing on his mind is to inflict on the opposition. How do you get at them? How do you run? How do you get past an opponent? He's done that well all afternoon. That's a good ball.
William, this is Shaves.
Can he finish?
Can he finish? No.
Oh,
it's
ball.
straight to the keeper. Keeper doesn't hold on to it. A good ball straight over the top, and Shaves was away. Had the shot. The angle was bad, but the goalkeeper held on to it. Well, he didn't hold on to it. He blocked it. Luckily, the rebound didn't go back to Shaves, but this is Williams. Sends it across field. Leach. Mason. Sends a deep ball. The beak is there. Oh, that's not a great header.
Wrong way.
Caruth.
He's got to deal with it.
Bangs it downfield.
He's done well, Colin.
Barrington. Yeah. Williams. John.
It's a good pass.
This is Mason. Bailey making the run. Bailey. The deflection goes into the hands of the keeper. Bailey has switched. John has come wide on the right, and Bailey is taking up Collier's position
in the middle.
In the middle.
Yeah, because he was ineffective to his normal standards, Colin, out on the right. Such a danger when he's in full flight, Bailey.
Throw for QRC. 1-1 here at the Hazley Crawford Stadium. Coca-Cola North Zone Intercol, second semi-final. The winner will meet St. Anthony's College. That's a great turn from James. He's on his way, but he's lost control of it. Gives Williams the opportunity to put in the tackle, and he's played it out for a corner. I think that's what's been good about James so far. He's been running at the Fatima defense and putting them under pressure.
Yeah, both him and Nelson have provided no end of worry to this Fatima College defense. I just wonder how long they can keep it up.
Lamsey is going to take the corner. Sends it. The heads go up.
It's not cleared.
Still not cleared. And finally, Fatima get it away. John is there. So is Shaves. But they've got to be careful playing around with that ball at the back. The beak. He's got acres of space in front of him. Plays it towards Caruth. Gets it there to, this is, let's see, Nelson. Mohammed! He puts it in the back of the net. QRC have scored in the 80th minute. They have taken the lead. The substitute, Mohammed. Fatima couldn't clear it. Mohammed was there, and he curled it beautifully into the back of the net. And there are the QRC supporters. They are jumping for joy here at the Hazy Crawford Stadium. Would you believe it? We have 10 minutes plus added on time. And QRC, they are leading the league champions by 2-1.
Well, I talked about defending crowns. And look at this. Nelson, a turn on the side all afternoon for Fatima College. What a finish by the substitute. You could not have put that ball in a better spot. Goalkeeper Tristan Edwards had no chance whatsoever. And the word super sub comes to mind. And super finish as well. They are dreaming.
Can they hold on? Or can they increase the lead? Fatima College, they have not found themselves, they've found themselves like this against Naparima. They were losing and they came back, and against Sanwo North Secondary. Let's have a look at that possession. 52% to 48, and pass completion 62% for QRC and only 57% for Fatima.
Yeah, and that's why they're 2-1 up, Queen's Royal College. They've been efficient. It's not over yet, though.
No, Fatima has a knack, Brent, of coming and scoring late goals. QRC have got to be very wary of that. There's Nelson. He's been really great all afternoon. Look at him. Williams, he's fouled. And it's going to be a free kick for Fatima.
Well, they're going to have to hoist this into the box. No need to hurry it. Make sure it's done correctly.
Bailey gets it to John. He tries a little bit of trickery, but the beak doesn't fall for it.
That's a Fatima throw-in.
You see Fatima now looking to make a substitution.
I don't think they need to panic, Colin. Fatima College. I'm seeing a lot of hands and gestures that suggest that they're in full panic mode.
Correa is coming on, and Digans is off. So Correa on for Digans. Luke Correa, there he is.
Yeah, they're throwing numbers forward now, Fatima.
They've got to.
Yeah, they have to. And as I said, there's no necessarily need to panic. There's still time. Of course, there's regulation time, and then there's time added on.
Now, QRC have got to be careful, Brett. They cannot now sit back.
No, they can't.
And try to defend this 2-1 lead. And they also very important, the tactics of QRC. What will Kenwin Jones do now? Is he going to throw on?
Well, he's thrown on a defender.
He's thrown on a defender.
Two defenders, actually.
Well, I'm seeing Tuckett, who has come on. Well, we'll check and see.
He's taken James off, and he's also taken the beak off. So that's certainly not a like for like. He's gone for trying to consolidate. This would be a massive upset, Colin, if this score holds through.
Let's have a look at the SportsMax app moment. And what a moment it is, because there is Nelson worming his way through, and the ball going to Mohammed, and he, as you said, a fine finish from Mohammed. What a finish.
Yeah.
But again, made by Nelson.
Yeah. He's done so well, Nelson. It's hard to deny what he's brought. To the table for QRC.
Bailey getting it, and this is going to be a yellow card for Bailey.
Frustration starting to step in now. They have to be careful, Fatima. As I said, there's no need to panic. There is time still on the clock. They just have to be precise in what they're doing. It is difficult being a champion in sports. Everyone wants your crown. And Fatima, as I said, they're being hunted.
Bailey, long ball forward. Eventually it comes off of Patrick. has also come on the field, the substitute. So lots of substitutions now by both teams. The beak was off, Patrick is on for him, and Tuckett is also on for Queen's Royal College.
Oh, I tell you what.
Trestrill is also on for Fatima, Caden Trestrill.
I think when you look back at it, Colin, again, if this score stands, I'm very sure Fatima College would point to the Shaves goal. That was adjudged to be offside.
Yeah.
And then the penalty, possibly, with...
That's a strong challenge there with Nelson going down, and here's Williams.
He has to be careful.
Yep,
Studs
he's on a yellow
showing
card.
again, and his studs is showing.
He's on a yellow card.
Yeah, that could have easily been adjudged to be a dangerous or malicious play. See that so many times in the Premiership.
True.
Studs are showing. They call it back. They go to VAR and they show you the shower.
Well, this is Nelson going down that left side again. Eventually Williams bangs it upfield. Header is not good from Patrick. Ball played through looking for Mohammed. Ball played through by Tuckett, but it's picked up by Mason. Here goes Mason. Eyes brought down.
Naughty. That's very, very
It'll
naughty.
be a yellow card, no doubt.
Normally I would say that was a smart foul, but I thought it was a bit malicious.
Looks like the Franklin is the man with that. Yeah, it was Franklin. They have to stop Mason. And I would have thought they would have been a little closer to him. He's been the danger man going up that left side. So Franklin getting a yellow card.
This has to go into the box. Needs to be delivered. It's not bad delivery.
Headed out. And finally cleared upfield.
It's all hands on deck now.
This is Leach. Plays it in field. Back to Leach. He's got to get it over. Sends it to the far post. And there was a Trestrill coming in at that far post. No, it was John coming in at that far post. Remember in the Naparima game, Brent, you weren't there, and Shave scored in added on time. And I called the name of, Trestrill scored.
Yeah.
And I called the name of Shaves. I had to go and apologize to him at the end of the game. And somebody said, don't worry, they all look alike. Well, Patrick is going to, there is the young man. Was a really good goal. A beauty of a cross from the Gans, and he met it coming in from a midfield position. And I'm sure Fatima would want him to do that again today.
Yeah. If he can get that today, they would be very happy.
We are a minute and a half away from full time. We understand there is 5 minutes of added on time. QRC, they've got to hold on for 6.5 minutes here. Can they do it? Can they beat the champions? Ball coming off of Lamsey. They're going to be under tremendous pressure for these next 6 minutes. So it's going to be a throw. See the referee. Is it another substitution? So Franklin is off. And Batiste is on.
Franklin looked like he's...
Yeah, he's suspend force. Most of the QRC players, I would think, they need some legs now. And there's Batiste. So confirmation of that substitution. Here's the ball going over to the far post. Mason. He goes back to Leach. Leach doesn't hold on to it, but luckily it goes towards Arthurton.
It's a lucky boy to still be in possession, Arthurton.
Williams. Into the box.
Just take your time.
Cleared away, but it peeled off the inner part of the boot. There's Dolly. He's had a good game, though.
Yeah.
Man of the match, Brent? Who are you giving it to? Who are you looking
I
at?
think if the score holds through, you would have to think Nelson.
Yeah, I agree with you, 100%.
And if it goes on, we may have to change that.
Well, we are into added on time. QRC, they are 5 minutes away
That's well defended.
from getting into the Coca-Cola North Zone final against the favorites and the league champions. Long ball played over to the far side. John is giving chase. He's confronted by Patrick. He's looking to take on Patrick.
That's good skill.
Goes
Oh,
in field.
boy.
No one is there. It's cleared away. Mohammed, can he hold it up for QRC? He does well. He
Excellent.
turns nicely with it. Gives it to, he was looking for Nelson. Williams is going to give chase. It's going to come right back at the QRC defense.
It's going to have to go.
Banged up field.
And it's too
It's
straight.
going to be too close to the keeper.
It's got to come, the keeper. Oh boy. I tell you.
You got a little worried for him there, Brent.
I just wondered for a minute why a fan. He looked like he was moving forward and then he went back.
But in fairness to him, I think he was looking at the bounce of the ball.
Correct.
As it bounced, he didn't want to run onto it, and he sort of waited, but Shaves was nearly there. This is Lamsey. He's also had a good game. Trestriel playing it to his left.
He's had an
Mason.
outstanding game, Mason.
Mason, long ball forward.
great.
The keeper has to come. And Afan comes and holds on.
They're getting
We
closer.
are 3.5 minutes. They are the QRC boys. They are having a time of their life here at the Hazy Crawford Stadium. Who would have thought with 2 minutes to go or 3 minutes to go, QRC would be in front?
But here we go again.
Well, a third one would seal it. Goes wide. Mason goes forward with it. That's a good defending, excellent defending.
And the substitute.
Yep. Batiste. Ball played back to Leach. Sends it over. Oh, that was Bailey actually. Headed away. You can't get the shot away.
That's a
Mohammed. Still Mohammed.
It's done well, Mohammed. Really well.
Plays it back to Batiste. This is Nelson. Well, what is he going to do? He's going to head to the byline. He's going to the corner flag. Nelson on his way.
That's a good tackle.
Oh, excellent tackle in the end, but he's won a corner. This is going to take up a couple minutes again. Or let me say a couple seconds. Look at the Fatima bench. Look at the faces. They can't believe what's happening.
Yeah, and they've been good value for money, Queen's Royal College.
And look at Kenwin Jones. This is probably his best day for QRC. 2 minutes left. Can QRC spring the major upset here of this Coca-Cola Intercol so far? And they're asking for the support from there is the QRC crowd. They are having a ball. But what's happening?
Well,
they're looking for the ball. Somebody's crawled. He's going to get a yellow card.
well
But I think he's
there's
looking for the
there's
ball.
a bunch of balls around, and I'm not sure why.
He went for the ball, and he's going to poor guy. He gets a yellow card.
Yeah,
It
it's
looks
silly.
like Batiste, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's clever in a time-wasting perspective, but it's silly.
Here's Mohammed. Why is he turning back? He
Just
should
go
have
to the
should have
corner
gone
flag.
to the corner flag.
Well, it's 2 minutes.
Well, we
A
are
minute left.
just a minute away. Can Fatima come back here as they have seen
They're gonna have to
a
go
couple
for it.
times for this season? Edwards. Williams. Long ball as we were expected.
But can't let it bounce.
Banged it back downfield, but
Oh,
it's going to
boy.
come right back. No, it's picked up by Nelson.
Good tackle. Excellent
That's a good
tackle.
tackle from Arthurton. He's going to come forward with it. We have about 35 seconds left.
You do
The
well
ball
if you keep that in play.
Shaves, he's quick.
He does
Get
that.
to that cross.
Oh boy,
Whoa.
I tell you what, Colin, I wonder if he was impeded there.
Well, that was the chance. We'll have to replay. We will have to look at that. But Dolly was there. What a fantastic tackle.
Well, if it was a fair one.
But
because-
Shaves, let's
look
look
at
at
it
Shaves.
James puts it in. Good ball. It's
Brilliant
legally in
ball.
play. Nah, he missed it, Colin. He looked like He slipped while he tried to attempt to put it on frame.
Well, we have played the 5 minutes. And it's sent downfield. We are into added on time of this added on time. Batiste, confirmation of the yellow card on Batiste.
Yeah, that's a foul.
Going to be a free kick.
Well, this has to be it. Last chance alone here.
It has to be
It has to be it.
the last chance for them. Williams bangs it over to the far side.
If he keeps it in, then they're in business.
Yep, he does.
Could be a corner. No, that's
I
it.
think the referee has indicated Queen's Royal College. My word. Well, well, well. They have done it here. They have dreamed the impossible dream. Nelson, easily the man of the match here. What a performance from that young man. He was absolutely brilliant, and certainly there is nobody else in contention for the man of the match. He was absolutely brilliant. The Fatima players can't believe what has happened here today. The winner. This was a team that were hammered in the league at Fatima ground by 7 goals to 1. No one except the QRC players, the QRC fans, and the coach would have said they could do it. Boy, but have they done it? Congratulations to Queen's Royal College. It's been a super performance from them. A moment here that Kenwin Jones will never forget. It's been a brilliant performance, and QRC, they have come forward into the Coca-Cola Intercol North Zone final, where they will meet St. Anthony's College because of that victory here by 2 goals to 1 against Fatima College. It's been a super performance from them, and Fatima College came into this game as favorites, and look at the joy. Look at them. They've still got it to do. They've got to the final, but they've got to win the final now. But who would have thought they would have even got to the final? It's been a magnificent performance from them. You can't praise them enough. Goalkeeper from the goalkeeper, Afan, the defenders, Dolly, King, Debik, Isaac, the midfield, Eve, Karut, Franklin, and up front, Micah Nelson, Tor Lampsey, and Stephen James. Let's have a look at the highlights. It started with that header. QRC started on the front foot. Excellent save from Edwards. And then James had a great opportunity. He was played through and put it over the bar. Then another free kick going over the bar. But Shaves did very well. He had the shot, went just over the bar. And then another shot from James that Edwards dealt with nicely. He just tipped it over the bar. And then Mason making the run, had the shot, it hit the post and went outside. Then Fatima on the move, the Gans cutting inside with it, took a deflection, and all of a sudden Fatima was in the lead by 1 goal to 0 after 36 minutes. QRC never gave up, and James had another opportunity, slipped. The goalkeeper was able to get his left leg onto that, and it deflected. Second half started with Fatima leading by 1 goal to 0. The shot come in, Afan holding on to it. Then the cross ball. Nelson with the opportunity. Goes it over the bar. Should have done better. But QRC never gave up. James running all afternoon. The shot came, and Edwards was caught off his line. The ball cannon into the roof of the net, and QRC were back in business. 1-1. Stefan James, the equalizer, but Shaves never gave up. Send the cross in. Keeper just wasn't able to hold on to it, but he blocked it, which was good enough. And then Nelson with the run. The loose ball came to Mohammed, and he calmly tucked it into the top corner of the net to give QRC the lead. And all of a sudden, after 80 minutes, they were leading. They just had to hold on for 10 minutes, and boy, did they do that. Let's have a look at the stats now. 10 shots for Fatima, 11 shots to QRC. Shots on target, 4 each. 4 fouls to 7. Yellow cards, 4 to QRC, 3 to Fatima. No red cards. There were 5 offsides from Fatima College, 6 corners to 9. Remember, QRC came very much into this game in the second half. 3 saves from the QRC custodian, 2 from Edwards. Look at the possession, just 51%, just in front of QRC, 49%. But the important stat is that green stat to the top where you see Fatima College 1, QRC College 2. Let's head down. Let's head down to Enrique. He's got the man of the match with him.
I'm here with the NGC man of the match, Micah Nelson. Congratulations, Micah.
Thank you.
Tell me what you're feeling right now.
Very elated. We worked hard for this win, and I could only be happy at this moment.
And what are you looking forward to the most against St. Anthony's in the North Zone, Coca-Cola North Zone finals?
Winning that game, playing the same football we came here today to play. We have a plan, and we are going to win it.
Congratulations, and good luck in the finals. Over to Brent Sancho with the coaches.
Coach, a disappointing result, a fair result in your mind. Your thoughts?
Yeah, a fair result. A fair result. I thought, QLC, they went out, they had a plan, I think they executed well. And they always say, goals win matches. And if you don't take your chances, well then, this is in the position we are right now.
It's always difficult for a team coming in to defend the championship. It seemed that way today. QRC seemed like an inspired team coming out for this one. Your thoughts on what went wrong outside of the chances for Fatima College?
I think the energy. All right, I think we didn't have that energy, we didn't have that killer instinct, I thought at times it was a little too casual in terms of that hustle, and QLC really played a good game, they stuck to their game plan, and they deserved the victory.
Congratulations, Coach, on winning the league format, and all the best in the TTPFL.
Thank you.
Thanks,
yeah.
Coach Hudson Charles. Now joined by the winning coach, Coach Kenwin Jones. Of course, on the 17-year anniversary of the Soca Warriors, a time to celebrate for that, but even probably a big occasion as well for yourself personally from a coaching perspective, onto the North Zone finals. What's your feeling?
I have to say also, firstly, congratulations to Fatima. They've represented the North pretty well in the league so far. They are a fantastic team. But, I have to give kudos to my team. We worked pretty well over this week to negate the tactics or the attacking tactics of Fatima, and today it worked pretty well.
Well, your bunch look inspired coming into this. Of course, during the league format, a heavy defeat, you turned it around. You did say you did your homework coming into this one, but the inspiration and the levels, energy levels that QRC played for, what did you say before the game to your charges?
That is important that they need to believe. I've seen performances from them where if we were consistently performing like that, I believe we would have been, challenging for the league title. But again, as I always say, in consistency with youth, you tend to have, up and down days, middle days, and again, from them, we do a lot of work, but it's just for them to believe in themselves coming onto the field.
Thank you very much, Kenwin. All the best in the finals.
Thank you very much.
This is the Coca-Cola Intercol. This is knockout football. It is unpredictable. Any team that has reached a certain level can definitely go on to win a title. QRC has booked their place in the final of the Coca-Cola Intercol North Zone against St. Anthony's College. But tomorrow we bring you action from the South Zone. St. Benedict's College versus Pleasantville Secondary School. And of course the derby that everyone loves. Presentation College versus Naparima College at the Mahaika Sporting Complex. On behalf of the entire SportsMax team, my name is Hans Devines. Thank you for viewing as the lights get ready to come off here at the Hazy Crawford Stadium. We leave you with moments of today's matchup. Welcome to SSFL Premiership Division. SSFL Premiership Division.